Welcome to Monster Hunter World. It's Abyss back with another Monster Hunter video. In this video today, we have the giant gold crown for Deviljho, and with him, I favor the right side with a shock trap. The thing about the Deviljho is he does have longer legs, so it can be kind of difficult to get a real good key measurement on him. But there's a couple tricks that I like to use and that I notice that can help pinpoint him a little bit closer to the gold crown. Now, just following along right here, I knew right away that he was on a bigger side, but when we ran into this Endemic, you can tell like right here in this frame how big he actually is. Now this could be because the Endemic was a mini, but he was definitely worth throwing down a couple measurements and seeing what we can get out of him. Now, right here, he likes to stop and he likes to chomp on the ground. So right here, you'll notice his heel will be up. And you can see that the top of the heel will basically be about chest level. And even when he moves his leg over, you can still see the heel is about chest level. Now, I found that pretty interesting because the bigger they are, a lot of different parts are actually bigger too. So since he was a gold crown, I thought that was interesting that his heel was like more towards chest level. Like if he was probably a mini, it would probably be more towards your waist. Now, with the shock trap, I favor the right side. So I recommend starting with the right side first, simply because he likes to move his leg forward once it's in the shock trap. And since he likes to pivot his leg up and down, we're going to pause it to where it's at the lowest and the highest. So what you're going to notice here is the first frame would be the lowest one. And what you can tell right here is there's actually a little bit of a gap above my head. Now even though the ponytail is kind of covering it, you can still see a little bit of a gap. Now this is at the highest point and you can see how big of a gap that's above my head. Now when we go to the left side and throw down a shock trap, we're going to start with the highest and then lowest. And you're going to notice right here how big of a gap is above my head. And so that when he pivots down to the lowest, you can see that little bit of a gap above my head. So what you're noticing here with a gold crown and possibly a silver crown is that when he's in a shock trap either side and he's pivoting up and down, his top of his leg won't touch your head. And you can see right here one more time that there's a little bit of a gap above my head. Now when I got silver a couple times, his leg would pivot up and down and it would just touch my head, or maybe there was just a little smaller gap. So he's still worth farming, even if, you know, on the right side you throw down a shock trap and that leg pivots down and it touches your head, or maybe even goes a little bit into it. These are the ranges you want to be within if you're looking for a gold crown. But when I was able to get this particular gold crown, there was that little bit of a gap above my head. So I was very happy to get this gold crown right here because it completes my how to measure guides on all the regular monsters. So thanks to the community, with all your guys' support, it makes doing these videos very easy. Other than that, I guys hope you enjoy the video. Comment down below if you have a different way you'd like to share on how to measure him, or comment down below if you like the rewards that I got at the end. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.